Jim Bob, quick question. Well, why do you think the run game has been so hit or miss this year?
Yeah, every opponent sort of throws some different things at you and has some different strengths and weaknesses, and we just had a tough time getting it going the other day. There's a lot of sort of reasons that we're working through here around the office to try to make sure that they're a little less likely in the future. It's a competitive league where things are sort of changing dynamically, and they're game planning for us just like we're game planning for them. But give credit to Atlanta; they got a really good front. They don't get a lot of credit, probably national media type credit, but that's a really tough front, and they played like a really tough front. They were rare and ready to go, and just sort of we didn't have our best day against them. So we're looking for consistency really in everything we do. We want to be consistently really productive offense to help our team win games week in, week out. And the run game's a major part of that. We want that to be consistent as well. But it's a part of the nature of this league where you're going to have a setback or two, and you're going to have to go sort of fight back through that, go kind of solve those problems and fix them moving forward. We got the right people in place here to get turn a not great performance around into a pretty good finish to the season here, and that's what we got to go do.
Thanks.
Chap.
Jim Bob, you guys have proven all year that it's a next man up league type of thing. But when you game plan all week with the idea of having Pitt and you find out, Saturday that he's not available, how difficult is that to change that dramatically that quickly?
It's there's some difficulty there. It is. I've said it before. It's a little bit of a part of our job. We're going to be adjusting throughout the week as you're always preparing for different things that may happen with our team, with our guys, with the opponent. Sometimes in a game something happens on the first drive and you end up losing a guy for a little bit or something. So you have to be ready to adjust. So we adjusted like crazy when we needed to, and obviously just ultimately gotta put a better week of work together, and starts with me having a little bit of a better plan around here and doing a better job, and like I said, trying to be more consistent week in, week out, and that way we can go play more consistently week in, week out. So things like that happen in the league. We understand that from a sort of strategic standpoint, getting our game plan and stuff ready and together, and then sort of making those late stage adjustments. It's a big part of what we do, and we just go do it. So the challenge is real, but that's part of our gig.
A quick follow up. I guess this week maybe you take because we don't know how these concussions work. Obviously, you approach it that he won't be here, and then if you get Saturday and he's here, then that you go with that.
Yeah, I think every week it's just so it's very hard to go all in one way or the other. I think we have to prepare our best game plan for this Raiders defense that's playing so damn good. We have to prepare our best plan to try to move the ball and score some points and help our team win. Obviously, every week you walk into the building after a game, you have a little bit of an injury report, and a few guys are on it for different reasons, and you try to sort of deduce who's playing and who's not playing and who's likely to play, and maybe somebody's unlikely to play. And almost without fail every single week, we're keeping tabs on somebody, and we may think something's likely or unlikely, and then as the week goes, you feel better or worse about it. So it's kind of a part of our weekly process here to have plans in place for whatever may happen, with guys' health as the week goes, and to try to understand the reality of those situations. So just like I said, another part of our gig, part of our one of the challenge of our jobs, I guess.
Nate.
Jim Bob, when you do have Pittman out there and it's a guy that's had 10 different games with at least 8 catches, just what kind of a benefit is that to have a receiver where even when the defense is keyed on him, even when they want to take him away, you have a guy that just you're able to find ways to get the ball to and to produce at a high volume.
Yeah, it's Pitt's having a heck of a year, right? I think you guys asked me about it a few weeks back. Pitt's playing sort of game in, game out, really well, really consistently, making those plays for us, to help our offense, to help our team, win these games. And, shoot, he's an important part of what we're doing here. He's doing a heck of a job. We're looking forward to getting him back when the time is right. But he's, like I said, he's got a really good year going. That's to have a guy on the outside that makes those plays really does, it threatens the defense in a certain way where now maybe matchups change a little bit and coverage structures change a little bit. And that can help everybody else out a little bit. So yeah, Pitt's a real good player. I'm not breaking any ground there. Shoot, he's important to our offense, and we'll look forward to when the time's right, him getting back out there.
James.
Jim Bob, what have you seen from Will Mallory, maybe in practice or just his development throughout his rookie season? I know he had the fumble way, we jumped back on it, but overall it felt like another game in the right direction for him.
Yeah. Will is doing a good job when his number's called. You sort of look up and he's making some plays. He's making some catches. Sometimes it's within maybe the pass route that's called or the pass concept that's called. Sometimes it's moving with the quarterback or hanging in there with the quarterback as the quarterback moves. Mallory's done a nice job having production for us, especially in the pass game and some of those sort of third down red zone, sort of second and long type situations. So he's a young player. You talked about his rookie year coming in. He's learning a ton every week. Seemingly he's learning new stuff and maybe goes out to practice and gets a rep and it's not perfect, and then he learns from it. And the next day it's better. And then you look up in the game and he's made that catch. He's gotten open on that route. So he's doing a nice job developing as a young player in this league. I think he's learning a ton. I'm sure if you asked him, I would guess he would say that. And he's getting better and better. And that's good for us. We need guys that'll go out there and play good ball within the role that's defined for them. And Will's doing that. And when you do that, you earn a little bit more. So we need him to keep coming, and we need all our guys to keep coming, right? We got a really, really important last stretch of the season here, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. This is kind of why we're in it, to play this meaningful football this late in the year. Should be a couple good games, hopefully for the fans to come see. And like I said, our guys, I'm thinking are going to be pretty fired up to get to work and put together a good plan and put together a good week of work and go play.
Joel.
What did you see from a pass protection standpoint this week? And was it the same things that Cincinnati kind of did, or was this a different one?
Every group's different. That Atlanta front, when they're at their when they're healthy and they're rolling, and going into that game, they had a few question marks and they were all up. When they're healthy and rolling, that is a big physical, aggressive unit. The pocket can get pushed, the pocket can get moved, and that's no fault of really any offensive player. That's just giving them credit for being who they are, right? These guys in this league are the best in the world. You're talking about Calais Campbell over there's been doing it for unknown number of years, right? A huge amount of time this guy's been impacting pockets. They got a good group. I thought our guys fought and battled, hung in there pretty good. There were some pass concepts where, I'll take the blame. We drew up a pass concept and they just covered it better than we thought they would. So Gardner maybe has to hold that ball an extra half a tick. And now the pocket starts in this league getting a little bit tighter. And that happened a couple times there. But give credit to the Falcons. They put a good plan together. They executed it. They played good ball. And we didn't have our best week, but we're one thing about these Colts, we bounce back, man. We can put these things behind us. We move forward. Like I said, we got we got an exciting game coming up this week. We got a good finish to the season coming up. That's going to be fun for our guys. And like I said, fun for our fans. So we'll learn what we need to learn from what just happened. And then we're flushing that thing. We're looking forward, try to beat this Raiders team.
Kevin.
Jim Bob, what do you think of JT kind of getting used to being back in the lineup, getting used to just the right hand, right thumb, and playing with that versus practicing with it.
Yeah, I think you'd have to ask him for specifics. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but you take a few weeks off as a running back, you play, those running backs are full speed, reacting, cutting. They're in as much traffic as you can find in the NFL. I thought he did a really nice job, protecting the ball security, running with the ball. It wasn't a perfect game for us offensively. There maybe wasn't as much there this week as there were other weeks, but I think JT sort of hit the ground running with his aspect of, sort of showing up, being ready to play after a little bit of time off. We're gonna need our whole group to kind of do that as well. But I thought positively encouraged by the week JT had and his ability to kind of go out there and just play, and like I said, don't take for granted the ball security and the sort of running through arm tackles and all those types of things that JT has to do and all the running backs have to do in this league. So